Sarah, how are you? Shiny lad, you know the dance. Yes, Jack. Why were you rude to him there, mate, says Patrick. Was that rude? Was that rude, was it? Off your bell end. That's rude, kid. Cough. Yes, droning. Liam says he wants Chinese food. I could do with a little bit of prawn toast. I could do with a little bit of chicken and sweet corn soup with prawn crackers. I could do with a little bit of pigeon. They call it duck. How are you, Catherine? Daz is just having bants. You know that, John, lads. Lightening the mood. 2442 GB. Hellfire alive, kid. Sione saying, tough guy you. That's right, lads. Yes, Benny's human. Benjamin saying he did look Chinese though. He did, didn't he, lads? I think he was more Afghanistani than Pakistani, if that makes sense. Because Afghanistani, they've got like that heroin smoker's look. Haven't they, in their eyes, isn't it? You know where they've been blazing the poppy since they were 2. Got Sean saying 95s or TNs. Not asked. I think you were really funny in a good way. That's right, Liam. Since they were 2. Blazing the poppy since 2. You know that, Philip, lad. I'd probably be blazing the poppy at 2. I was from Afghanistan. Probably be a smacker at 12. What to do over there, is there? You know, just go and sit off in the sand and get blitzed off a poppy. Yes, Tess. So did you have a nice ex, Mr. Darren? It was alright, you know, Tess. Had the kids around me, that's what was important to me. Please, the puppy since 2 in order. I Philip blood, says Abdul. Sound, lad. Whatever that meant. Emma Kirsch, she became a team member there. Nice one, Ems. They are bad people to mess with, Afghans. So are Scousers. Get you in a twist. Ants White. You know, you always hear people going, what you think about the Albanians? What you think about them? What you think about them? What you think about them? Nothing can compete with Scousers. End of. They can't compete with Scousers. End of. Doesn't matter if in this country or not. So don't think you're special because you're from Afghanistan, kid. Your head will get stomped all over. We don't give a where you're from. Yes, Liam. Nat, hope you're good, mate. What you think because you're from a war-torn country makes you dangerous in this country? Get out of here, and helmets. In them countries, you're never getting put in a proper prison cell. You know, you give your father a chew, you're out in an hour. Then over here, they land in one of our prison cells. They can't suffer, they can't hack it. They can't do it. They just return to snitch mode. snitch, 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 snitch. Anything they can to get out the cells. Got Des saying, we live in a war from the day we were born. You're right, lad. You probably didn't realise that there was wars going on everywhere till you were about 18 and 19. So you think, oh, wars only started in the world when I was 20, but they were there when you were 1. You just weren't aware of them. Nice one, Tessa. Like now I'm 40, mid-40s, and I can remember wars from the age of 16. I can remember, they're not even wars, they're invasions. Even the word war's getting used out of context. You know, when you've got British soldiers landing in Afghanistan, they're not going in for a war. They're invading a country. Doesn't matter how you look at it. They're invasions, they're not wars. A war is two dominant forces with the same amount of artillery, the same amount of men, the same amount of capabilities going at each other. A war's not a 1,000,000-man army against a 500-man army. That's not a war, that's an invasion. It won't ever stop either, says Tyler. It won't stop down here. You've got a choice, you can stay down here internally or you can get up there. It's entirely up to you what you do, kid. Suzanne saying they are genocides. Well, let's have it right. They're lucky enough to be called genocides, aren't they? Nice one, Kurt, lad. It's atrocious, isn't it? Women and children just getting murdered all over the place by men. That's what it is. I'm not seeing women killing women. I'm not seeing kids killing kids. I'm seeing men absolutely destroying women and children right round the world. They're not men of God. Even your Trumps and your people like this, they're not men of God. They're men of church. Different. You know what the church is. It's a movement, it's a society, it's a brotherhood of man that God never created. You've heard the lyrics, haven't you? Imagine all the people living life in peace. You imagine there's no heaven. Haven't you? Linz, I'm from Dubai. Yes, Pamela.
Did you know that you could be generating
I'm from Dubai.
more by simply teaching other people what you already know, extract that into an online course and sell it around the world fast?
I'm from Dubai. Stop lying, kid. Stop insulting both of our intelligence now.
Just had a 30 grand month teaching the most efficient way of teaching people at scale around the world is by simply just creating a digital.
I know your mama and your papa, but I don't know you.
Recording that into an on-demand course and then selling it
Yeah, Chevy.
around the world, around the clock, all the time. And with over 500 clients personally,
Oh,
I'm in the exact repeatable process that can take you from 0 to 7 figures in pretty much any niche. And in terms of what you could be teaching, I've got clients in niches that range from drumming to yoga, landscape gardening to real estate, anxiety coaching to maths teachers, literally anything in between. It doesn't matter what you teach, with a repeatable process, you can very quickly extract what you know.
That's right, Dexter, mate.
Put it into an online course, get up to 10 grand a month.
Nice one, la.
very, very fast. So you might be wondering, Carl, that sounds amazing, but what would I teach? How would I know how to sell it?
But what would I teach?
What would I need to do to
The sun's quite out, innit?
Well, I've just finished up a brand new training.
It was out yesterday as well, weren't it? And shining now.
Steps that I personally know that you need to go from where you are right now to get
What is it?
£10 a month.
All the contracts have been signed, you can give us sun again.
Course in this middle bit and selling it around the world.
It's like the blackmailing the government with the weather. Danny Hughes,
I'm going to show you how to put it all together in a course.
J420, or Denny Hughes.
How to build an audience and market to that audience without using any paid ads. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or anything difficult. It's very, very straightforward. I'm going to show you how to price it and even go up to high ticket price points and charge between 5 and 10 grand for your own offer and make a ridiculous amount of money. So to watch the training, simply click on the link on the screen.
Nice one, Denny, lad.
Give me your email. In exchange, you get instant access to the
Allowing goods vitamin D. It's what it looks like, Suzanne. The contracts have been signed. We can all start getting healthy again now.
That you invest in yourself this year, guaranteed. Just put simply, there's such a huge demand for knowledge right now. And there's always
The Catholic man, how are you?
People teaching this
I'm Sam, mate.
There's people coming into your industry right now that wish they
I'm
could
Sam, lad.
what's in your brain to help them get to where
Standing me ground.
faster, rather than learn all this
Spoiling
stuff
good says
themselves.
Lulu.
If you can provide
Hope you're keeping well, Darren. I am, mate. The Catholic man became a team member. Nice one.
Overnight, rather than having to figure this stuff out.
JC Mac, I'm Sam, lad. Hope you are too.
That's how you have a fantastic online course business that you can be proud of. And it helps people around the world. And it's just,
Jules.
it really is quite fun. And also in this training, I'll show you the exact steps I personally took to go from 0 to 7 figures in my own business.
LD.
My funnels.
User G.
Case study of pricing, how I built my own audience from scratch, everything I did to get from
Brad, any plans today?
all the way to 7
I plan on writing, mate.
in my business.
You speak
Also
truth.
showing you
Nice
how
one,
to
the
do
Catholic man.
as well. So if you know you're bored doing the same
Planning on doing a couple,
random rabbit
3 or 4 hours writing, lad.
NFTs and affiliate marketing.
That's all I've got going for me at the moment, mate.
And you want to build an online business
Fixing me life.
that you're proud of, then click on the link on this
It's enough for me, lad.
screen. Just
Mightn't seem like much to you, mate,
can't
but
wait to see what you think of it. I want you to reach
I've got a year to write a
Get
book.
on. I'm excited. So
I've got a year to write a book.
and I'll see you on the other side.
Save up so I can get myself into a podcast studio, do my first interview. So I've got a load of little objectives I need to complete before the year's out. And I intend on doing them, every single one of them. And then hopefully going into 2026, I'll be able to get there. Don't be taking you for granted. Don't be taking it for granted, people. Don't take that shit for granted, mates. The book will be unreal. It will, Jay. San and Voss now, la. Nice one, the Catholic man. Claire. You writing any tunes? I've wrote a few tunes, mate. I've wrote a bit of music in the last week or two. Loads will buy it. Loads will buy it. I've been getting encouraged for like 6 or 7 years to write a book. The people that were encouraging me to write the book wanted to basically rob me. Because I didn't have a clue about that area. Got people trying to get me to sign contracts for buttons for my life story. And, on the sly, get me to sign over my full life story. Slimy pieces of shit out there, lad. Craptastic Clarks. But this will be self-publishing. So at the moment, I'm writing it freehand. And I'll probably be writing for the first 3-4 months freehand. And then I'll type it up into a computer for the next 3 or 4 months. Yeah, so I've written 34 pages. 1 to 34. Pick a number. First number that comes up, I'll read the page. 1 to 34. Whoever gets that number in first, I'll read the page. 18. Who was it that said 18? Oh, anyway, the comments are coming up. Someone said 18, so let's go to 18. This is what it says on page 18. Would make sure you got fed last if you did. So we just left them. The screw began the feeding process, and Adam and Gary went for theirs. When they got back to the table, the biggest one out of them just started crying in front of everyone. That's a no-no in these places. Within 10 seconds of him crying, someone belted him with a scone, or a riot bun, we call them. Once the first landed, it just went mad, food all over the gaff. He stood up and launched his food back, Screws dived in, got them out the dining room, and we never seen them again. Yes, Stella? We had to clean the dining hall, the games room was kept shut, and the next day was another day. I'd been in prison a few months now, but still had over a year to go, and I'm already having little fights here and there, not doing what I'm told by the screws and that. That's it, you picked the shittest page. You picked the shittest page, lad. But anyway, this is Warrington House. I've only just stepped into prison at 14, and that's where I'm at. It's not my life story, it's just my prison story. So I miss loads out in this book that you'll get in my family story, in my life story when I write that.
Let's work on that frame.
This is just about my prison experiences, all this book. But it's going to be powerful. Like the person I've just been speaking about there, 2 lads came on into the dining hall, they were big lads, we were expecting them to chill with us. And one of them just started crying. His name was Gary Kane. No need to lie at all. Gary Kane and his Cody Adam came in there, sat down and broke down. As soon as they broke down, people started launching food at them and that. You can't do that shit in jail. Yes, I'm a Sarge. So I won't be reading much of the book. I've just done that as like a little one-off thing there. I won't be reading much of the book. It's all gonna get... Like last year, when I tried writing a book last time, I read about 2 chapters of it to everyone. That's not happening this time. I never end up finishing that book because Sean Atwood bailed with it.